This lesson is about to find the total resistance of two resistors that connect in parallel. It is a very special case. So here is a circuit that shows two resistors that connect in parallel. They are R1 and R2. The reason they connect in parallel because one side of each resistor, for all resistors connect together, and then the opposite side of each resistor, for all resistors connect together. It forms this letter shape. So both resistors R1, R2 connect in parallel. Now let's look at the formula. This is the formula to find a total resistance RT for two resistors that connect in parallel. So RT is R1 times R2 divided by the sum of both resistors, R1 plus R2. Let me show you the proof first. The proof is very easy. If you remember the formula from previous lesson, for finding the total resistance RT of n parallel resistor circuit, that formula is 1 over RT equals to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3 plus all the way to 1 over Rn. For this special case, we only have two resistors. This formula only goes up to the second term. That is 1 over RT equals to 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 for two parallel resistor circuit. We want to combine the terms. So we need to find a common denominator. The common denominator is R1 times R2. So on the left hand side is still 1 over RT, and on the right hand side is we change the denominator to R1 times R2. So this is R1 times R2, and then the second term is R1 times R2. To get this denominator, the numerator need to multiply R2. To get this denominator, numerator need to times R1. Now we can combine them. This equals to R2 plus R1 divided by R1 times R2. Now we can flip both sides of the equation. So RT equals to R1 times R2 divided by R2 plus R1. Just to make it look better, using ascending order of the number. So this is R1 times R2 over R1 plus R2. So this is that formula. This. Knowing how to prove a formula is one good way to help remember a formula. Now I show the proof. Hopefully you can remember this formula very fast. Let's work on one example to learn how to apply this formula. And the example is here. As you can see, there are two resistors, R1, R2 connect in parallel. R1 is 100 ohm and R2 is 400 ohm. One side of the resistors connect together. The opposite sides of the resistors connect together. Now we need to look for the total resistance. The total resistance for two resistors connect in parallel, that is R1 times R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Now we just need to plug in numbers. R1 is 100 ohm and R2 is 400 ohm, and then divided by the sum of both resistance, 100 ohm plus 400 ohm. So this equals to 40,000 over 500 ohm. Now we cancel this out or use calculator. I got 80 ohm. So 80 ohm is the answer. We can do a quick check. The total resistance of parallel circuit should be less than the resistance in any branch. We got 80 ohm, which is less than 100 ohm, also smaller than 400 ohm. So this answer should be correct, and it is right.